All right, everybody, not as fan for Sports Gaming Universe channel on YouTube. I'm going to jump into a brand new franchise mode series here in Madden 12. Yes, we are in Madden 12. Have an advanced copy, and I'm able to get this rolling a little bit ahead of release day, which is kind of cool because we can get some info for you, and you can check out the franchise mode and the changes that have been made. And so I'm going to take my hometown Vikings. Yes, I know I'm up for a little bit of punishment there, as they weren't very good last year, 6-10. But they got Donovan McNabb, and one of my pet peeves is the default of the purple pants, as they only wear those about once a year, maybe twice. So going back to the all-white uniform, preseason game number 1 at LP Field in Tennessee. We're going to take on the Titans for a first preseason game. Now, of course, it is preseason, but here is the first thing I want to comment on franchise mode this season that has been a lot of fun so far right off the bat, is that your rosters are set to 75 players. So it's like the real deal, having an expanded roster through preseason, and you get to decide who gets cut. You know, if there's a player that you think is overrated on your squad that you don't think should make the cut, maybe you think a rookie has outplayed a veteran who just might be taking his job for granted, well, it's your chance now to go ahead and make the cuts. You see Hasselbeck in his new home here with the Titans doing all right on their first drive. As you see, not good news for me as E.J. Henderson goes down to the deck. He's had injury problems in the past, and Leslie Frazier, no doubt, is not excited to see him going off on a cart in the first preseason game, so we'll have to check in on him at a later time. But Hasselbeck back in the pocket, have all sorts of time. Unfortunately, he throws a terrible ball here, and Knox, who I believe is a rookie, picks this one off right over the middle. So the Vikings thwart the Tennessee first drive at the goal line, and here comes Donovan McNabb for his first, albeit preseason drive, but the first drive as a Viking, and we'll see how this goes. So McNabb, coming out of the huddle in the shadow of his own goal line, is going to find Percy. Hopefully that'll be a connection that'll run all year for McNabb and Percy Harvin for a first down here. Later in the drive, a 2nd and 17. They had a long way to go, and McNabb makes his first mistake of the season here, throwing into coverage and picked off by Griffin. So it is into the second quarter, and here's another great thing about the logic for the franchise and the preseason. Second quarter rolls around in the first preseason game, and the second string is in there. You see Jake Locker at quarterback, Javon Ringer at the halfback position. They are stopped there to the point where they need to settle for a field goal, so they're on the board. First are the Titans at 3-0. Christian Ponder now, the first-round draft choice and apparent quarterback of the future for the Vikings here. There was a nice ball, but Aromashadu just simply drops this one here. I think he saw the defender coming and was bracing for a hit. But you see Locker coming back, handing off to Ringer, and the Titans are in the end zone for the first time. So 10-0 now, Titans. Ponder still having troubles figuring this out here. That was actually a throw to like a tackle eligible there or something. Kind of a crazy play. Might have been a audible. Anyway, Locker not having much better luck himself, as again their drive stalls and they'll have to kick a field goal. But a 13-0 lead now as we approach halftime of the first preseason match. So Ponder gets a chance to run 2-minute drill here, and things settle down a little bit for him as he finds Adrian Peterson now trying out some things split out here as a second team setup. So Ponder looking again, this time for Toby Gerhardt for about 7 yards. 3rd and 3 now, and a quick strike to Iglesias, trying to make this ball club as a wide receiver, and a nice catch back over his shoulder. Ponder again to rookie tight end Kyle Rudolph, looking good on this play. That the rookies connect to get a first and goal here. So now instead of going for a field goal, they give Ponder a chance to get the touchdown to Rudolph again, but they come up just short, and unfortunately out of timeouts, the clock will run out. But giving the kids experience here prevails over getting 3 points in a meaningless preseason game. So no big deal, down 13-0 going into half. Ponder looked good on that last 2-minute drive, but ran out of time. So Smith in the ball game now, connecting for an early touchdown in the second half, and it is now 19-0, going for 2, coming up just short. So don't know why they really felt that they needed 2 there, but going for the full 3-score lead. Joe Webb now in the ball game, and this second half, Lorenzo Booker is third string. He's third on the depth chart for halfback, but he may be somebody to watch this season. As you see Webb working to Iglesias here, he may be someone to watch because he had a nice second half here in this preseason game, and that's what it's all about, is rookies and younger players trying to stand out here. As you see Webb hit Kleinsasser over the middle for a first and goal. So we were talking about Lorenzo Booker. Here he is scoring the touchdown on the nice handoff here. So the Vikings are on the board at 19-7 now. As you see, Booker had 4 carries for 24 yards and a touchdown on that drive. Still in the third quarter, and Smith looking to pass, and this is an ill-advised pass. Asher Allen picks him off and is going to come back the other way. He'll get stopped just short of the 10-yard line, but the Vikings are in business thanks to their defense turning over the Titans here. And that lead may be in danger. That large lead, which was one time 19 points, is in danger now as Booker takes this one almost down to the goal line. Gets a little dinged up, so Albert Young comes in and gets the touchdown here as he tries to go up over the top. Gets contact, but does get in before his momentum is stopped. As you see the replay going up, and he gets kind of pile drived into the turf, but not before he's in for the touchdown. So Smith back to throw again, feeling some pressure. He throws this into double coverage, and Allen is there to pick it off again as the third quarter ends. He's going to rumble back as far as he can get before he is driven out of bounds, but that is his second interception of the game as the third quarter ends. 19-14 Titans at this point again. Score pretty meaningless in this preseason. It's more about getting your young guys and your backups some work here. So Webb showing off his athleticism. He's going to scramble for a first down. That is definitely his game. He can beat you with the feet. But he can also throw a little bit. Looking for AP once again on a 3rd and 10. They're going to get a first and goal on this. And Webb now handing off to Booker, and he's going to drive into the end zone again for his second touchdown of the game, all in the second half here. And the Vikings have actually taken the lead. As you see the replay here again, Booker running with some authority, and he's not going to be denied that end zone. So looking very nice here out of the third string halfback spot, but doing some work. So definitely I like how this is set up where you can get a look at your guys that you're going to have to make decisions on cuts. That's up to you this time around. You get to set all that, so you get to trim this roster down as the preseason goes. So it's a good thing that they get in and get some work. And speaking of getting work, Booker is just running all over the place here with some nice offensive line blocking, definitely. He is the benefactor of that. As he just runs to the left, and the blocking is good enough. He goes untouched into the end zone as they're basically running timeout. So that's a third touchdown, and he gets 85 yards on 11 carries. Nice second half for Lorenzo Booker when he gets into the ball game. So the Vikings do take the first preseason game here in Tennessee. Asher Allen is your player of the game. It could have easily been Lorenzo Booker as well. But got a good look at some of the backups. Ponder had one decent 2-minute drill. Joe Webb looked pretty good out of the third string quarterback spot, and the starters will get more time the next time around. Now here we go. We go into the first round of cuts. So the first week we got to cut 4 players. We're going to cut Rhett Bomar because we don't need a 4th quarterback. We're going to cut Stephen Burton out of the wide receiver slots. We're going to cut right guard Seth Olson. And we're also going to cut Ross Homan. So there's the first round of cuts. The first week of the preseason's over. Come back and join the franchise here at Madden 12 as we roll through